Oh, hey! What's good, y'all? I'm Jonathan Stein. Welcome back to another push tutorial. Today, I'm going to be dropping some knowledge on major and minor 9th chords with big, beautiful, juicy voicings. And I'm going to use those as an introduction to teach you the chord progression to my brand new song, which just came out, Resolution. So let's go, let's just dive in and see what we got. I know you're gonna love these voicings. It's gonna be an extension of those simple one-handed 7th voicings I showed you a few weeks ago. And these are just gonna be big and full, and you're gonna start getting into some two-hand territory, which is nice. I think we're at that moment right now. This represents a big breakthrough. If you're ready for this video, that means we're gonna start talking about two-handed chords, which is very swes. So, let's get to it. So real quick, let's take a look at what a major 9th chord would be like just with one hand in its simplest form. Now you remember that major 7 I showed you a few weeks back, this little triangle here? Now all we gotta do is add a 9th, and the 9th is right here. So you could actually take the same fingering and just push down your middle finger to get the 9th in there. Yeah, just like that. Now if that doesn't feel great in your hand, then you could try maybe pinky here. I'm totally into that as well. And left hand isn't the easiest, but it definitely works. You're gonna do thumb on the C, pinky, and ring finger up on the 9th. Now this definitely is not as comfortable as it is when you just play the 3-note 7th voicing, but hey, if you want that 9th chord, you gotta put the work in, brah. So review, right hand, left hand. And like always, with anything I show you, just practice moving that around for a sec, like such. With both hands. And like usual, when you're cooking with good ingredients, no matter how you put them in the dish, it's gonna hit the spot. So you can move those freely, and they're always gonna sound good. Thank you, physics of sound, for that. So now that we've covered that, let's take a look at how we can expand this into a big, lush, two-hand voicing. So let's build the foundation of our first chord, the major 9 chord. Now, the left hand is gonna be something we've already talked about. It's this open position triad shape right here. Just to review, it looks like this. Tuck thumb, we're gonna do it in C. C, 5th, and the 10th with your middle. Boom, so that's an open position triad right there. And just take a second if you want to review this, just move that shape around freely. Just kind of remind your hand what that feels like. It should be pretty comfortable, and nothing should be strained there. So now that we're introducing the right hand, we're actually going to finger that a little differently so that it actually feels even easier and more effortless. Now, I'm going to introduce a broad approach, concept, you could call it a philosophy, to how to go about playing this tiny little compressed 8x8 grid with two hands that very quickly take up the whole space of it. So what I do is, in general, when I'm playing two-hand style, which is very different from playing one-hand style, as we spent a lot of time in the previous videos, is the left hand tends to play mostly in the bottom left region here, and the right hand tends to play in the upper right region. So if you want to have a simpler breakdown, imagine a diagonal line just cut right here, and this is kind of where the left hand will hang out, and this is kind of where the right hand will hang out. And on top of that, anytime you're playing voicings or more just vertically like this, the left hand should be playing notes that are on the left side, the right hand should be playing notes that are on the right side. So we're going to implement this credo, if you will, with these voicings, and you're going to see that they feel really, really easy. Now check this out. We got this, and now the right hand, all we need to add is the 7th and the 9th, because we already have the root, the 5th, and the 3rd covered. 10th and 3rd are interchangeable, remember? So now that we've got the left hand foundation with our 1, 5, 10, let's revisit that one-handed 9th voicing we had. Now what we need here, since we already have the root being played down the octave now, is the 3rd, the 7th, and the 9th. Now we also already have this note here, the 3rd or the 10th, already played with the left hand. So really we just need to add the 7th and the 9th to fill out our big major 9 chord. So here we go, this is how we're going to do it. These are the notes we need. Now this fingering is not ideal. My hands are stacked in an uncomfortable way. So instead what I'm going to do is all the notes in these first 2 columns I'm going to give to the left hand like this. Look how easy this is. Boom, so comfy, so chill. And the notes that are missing now are the 5th and the 7th. That's a very easy shape for the right hand. Boom! This is the way to play a big ass, juicy, thick, major 9 chord on push. And like always, practice moving this around freely and it's always going to sound good. That was interesting, but I liked it. All right, so that's wonderful. Let's check out the minor 9 variation. It's going to be a very simple adjustment, as you know, because all we got to do is lower the 7th, lower the 3rd. So first things first, let's quickly take a look at how we would do this with one hand. Now, if you remember that little triangle we made to make a minor 7 chord a while back, this guy, beautiful. Now to add the 9th, it's going to be the same 9th, it's just going to be right here, and it's right under the middle finger. This one is much easier than the major 9th chord. This one actually feels quite nice with the left hand so far. Take a second, practice moving it around. And you're going to notice that just instantly you're going to be making an R&B soul track without even trying. Because that's just the power of the minor 9, baby. Let's take a look at how that feels with the right hand. Also pretty comfy. I recommend this, maybe this, either one. Let's move it around. Boom, beautiful. In the left hand, we're gonna want a 1-5 and minor 10 now. Like that, yeah. And then we're going to add the notes we need from that minor 9 we just played. We've already got this covered. This is going to be played down here, down the octave with the left thumb. So we just need the 7th and the 9th. Like such. This isn't a bad fingering. It doesn't feel great, but it's totally doable. We're going to do that same approach that we did the last time, where the left hand is going to play the notes in this first column like such. And the right hand is going to play this very cozy shape right here to fill out the chord. Boom. Burn that into your brain. This little, it's kind of like some weird stick figure guy walking around and he's like, doo-doo-doo, this shoulder is higher than this one and this foot's a little higher. Practice moving this around now. You could also add the 5th here too, by the way. Beautiful. Sounds like that new LMI song kind of for some reason. So there we go, we're already at that big boy stuff. Those 2 voicings, them's the breadwinners. You can make fire tracks with those. So, now that we got those big, lush major and minor 9s down, I'm going to show you how to use those to play the exact same progression from my new song, Resolution. Check this out. We're going to start with G flat major 9. Now you're going to think for a second, all right, where do I find G flat? So we build our shape. If you want, you could start one hand at a time. Get this down, and then this down, and then you could redistribute to make sure things are played with the right hand, like this voicing right here. That's it, that's the first chord. The second chord is down just 1 row to D flat major 9. And now we're going to go over to E flat minor 9. So same process here, build it up. Alright, then you repeat that chord. And now back to the G flat major 9. And then flat minor 9. The resolution. Aw, damn, I'm clever. Let's run through that one more time, and I'm gonna do it in real time, a little down tempo, because there is a harmonic rhythm as well. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Now you'll notice the way I played it on piano, and I actually did play it on my real piano back in Oakland, is there's a little kind of top line on top. There's a little melody on top. Now I'm gonna play with that. I'm not gonna go too into detail into breaking it down because this is gonna be kind of a next level situation for the advanced peeps at home. But rest assured, we're gonna get into this style where you start putting melodies on top of chords very soon. So if you're ready for it, I'm gonna show you how it's done, and by all means, run with it, baby. Here we go. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Ooh, there it is. So beautiful, so pensive, so lush, so simple. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of life. The simplest things are the best things. If you can learn to master the simple things, you are set. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun practicing this. There's a lot of mileage to get out of these 2 voicings and 9th chords in general. So much love to you, as always. Stay swess, y'all.